What's up, party people? It's KeysDAN with RadioWhat.com, DJLittleRock.com, coming to you live and in living color from the Radio What studios. And this is my podcast, What Makes You Famous? It's an extension of the RadioWhat.com internet radio station that I've been running for quite some time. And if you need DJ services, where do I always send you? DJLittleRock.com. One more time, DJLittleRock.com. Check availability and get a free price quote, and maybe you could have me at your next event. You know I like to party with the people. The people need to be entertained. Are you not entertained? Let me entertain you. Today on the program, speaking of entertainment, I have Gabriel Scar's Gunther Huyghe. I'm going to butcher names. I am going to butcher names today. And we also have Glenn Verschueren on the program of Gabriel Scar. Gabriel Scar is the band out of Belgium, out of Flanders, Belgium. So if you're anywhere in the Flanders area and you have the opportunity, you go see one of these shows, the Gabriel Scar shows, for sure. Well, we're going to get to know a couple of the members of the band in the next few minutes, so stick around for that. This week's shows, let's see, on Friday nights. Friday nights I'm usually at the Rab in Conway, Arkansas, but this Friday night I will be at a wedding, so I won't be at the Rab. But I encourage you to check out the Rab anyway, because they will have one of the fine members of the All About Entertainment karaoke team, probably Mama Lish. I like Mama Lish. She's awesome. She's great. And it's good. It's good every once in a while to break things up a little bit, because I know as good as I might think that I am at karaoke shows, it's good to get a different perspective, to have a different face behind the DJ booth. So I am happy about that for you. For you, my people that go to the Rab in Conway, Arkansas. They got a full bar, the kitchen's open, pool tables, pool tournament on Friday nights. So if you want to try your hand at playing pool while you're waiting to sing a song on stage, I encourage you to check out the Rab Friday night in Conway, Arkansas from 8 p.m. until 12:30 in the a.m. Good times, good times. And then on Saturday, I think I have another wedding, so I'm stoked about that. But unless you're invited, you cannot come to either of those weddings. The only reason I mention them is because I'm so happy to be able to still be a part of people's big days. So cool, so awesome. Love it, love it. All right, that's it for this intro. Let's get into it with Gabriel Scar. We got Gunther and Glenn. I think Gunther we have on for a little bit, and then Glenn will join in a few minutes after that. And we'll talk about Gabriel Scar, the band, find out more about them. I got them on Skype, so if you're listening to the audio version of this, I encourage you to check out the video version on my YouTube page, youtube.com/user/KeysDAN. Skyping Gabriel Scar now.
Test.
That's much better, I tell you. What's up, Gunther? All right, pronounce your name so the way you like it pronounced.
Oh, Gunther is okay.
Gunther, and the last name?
And that's Huyghe.
Huyghe?
Difficult for English speaking.
Wait a minute, did you say Huyghe?
Nee, Huyghe.
Huyghe.
Yeah, it's difficult for English speaking people. So.
No. I like the way pronunciations are all over the world. And where do you what? All right, what part of this planet are you in, Gunther?
I'm from Belgium, and my band also, of course.
Are you in Belgium right now? What part of Belgium?
We're in Willebroek, so that's at least I am. I'm in Willebroek. The rest of that's in the province of Antwerp in Belgium, and the rest of my band members are more from the province of East Flanders.
See, I like that, man. I like geography. I like putting stuff on the walking tour whenever I get a chance to talk to people from all around this planet, this great globe of ours. The internet is making the world bigger and smaller at the same time. I don't know. Is that physics? Is that something that Albert Einstein would have been talking about? Maybe some other scientist. But Belgium, what do I know about Belgium? Who's the biggest guy from Belgium? Jean-Claude Van Damme.
Jean-Claude Van Damme?
Oh, for sure. The muscles from Brussels. You better believe it. I often tried to do those splits when I was a younger man. And I was taking Taekwondo back in my 20s. And I used to try to do the Van Damme splits. And my instructor, I don't remember if I called him sensei because I also took karate and stuff like that. But he used to push on my bottom to help me get lower to the ground. Oh, my goodness. 6 inches off the ground was the best I ever did. And it was measured. So I never did get the Jean-Claude Van Damme split. How are you at the splits? How's your flexibility?
Ooh, I've never been good at splits because the only martial arts sports I did was like kendo, like the samurai sword fighting. Yeah. And for the rest, in the past, I was usually a cyclist in competition.
I like that. See, now, are you limited when you take, was it Kempo karate? Are you limited that you have to have an object in your hand at all times, or do they teach you some kind of open hand combat?
No, with Kendo, it's purely with the sword.
Okay, lose the sword, lose the fight. Uh-oh.
Yeah, indeed.
But, we talk about flexibility, and that really leads into, what we're really discussing here. Gabriel Scar, you're the lead singer, the front man, the I guess the guy in the front. Is that right? Is that the front man?
Yeah, that's usually what they call the singer. Yeah.
Ah, yes. You're the face. You're the one that draws them in. Yes, you have 2 guitars behind you, a bassist, a synthesizer, and a drummer.
No, synthesizer not. We have 2 guitar players,
yes,
a bass player, and a drummer.
What about the keyboard? I saw that in the video. There was a keyboardist.
But that's a very, very old video you saw then. You probably saw that Lightning Love then.
That's what it was.
It's been ages since we had a keyboard player in there.
So you kicked that. I guess it was a girl, right? You kicked her to the curb. You said, "That's it. You're out of here."
That was actually not Gabriel Scar yet. So that they helped me, but it was actually a cover band helping me then.
See, now you're giving people gems. If people want to get into the music business, you can do it 2 ways. Or a few ways. There's a few ways to make money, make a living in the music business. You can be in a cover band, play party songs, play the hits of other people. And make a decent living every weekend. You're making a couple $100, maybe $100 or whatever, just enough to get you by. But you're playing other people's music, and sometimes to a creative like yourself, that could be draining because you want to have your own music out there. You want to play your own songs, but to get people to listen to those, is there a transition between cover band and original artist? Do you have to start peppering in? Tell me about the transition.
Not really. The thing was I was in a cover band when I started with music and so on, because I didn't have any of my own songs yet. And then with some people, I started working on new songs. And eventually then I stopped with the cover band. Because I didn't want to constantly remake other people's material and so on. I really wanted to bring something new and original, and that's how the band started getting formed, actually. So that's how Gabriel Scar then became a thing. So
yeah, well, okay, let's go back to the originals, the seeds that are sown to become Gabriel Scar. Before that, you're a young man in Willowbrook. How are you developing your tools? Who is giving you the instruments? Who is teaching you the songs? Who is giving you the music? Tell me what makes Gunther Huyghe tick.
Well, in the beginning, I always wrote the lyrics, and I worked together with some people who, composers, different composers, to make the different songs. But eventually, once you really have like a band that is really working together, then you usually like we're doing right at the moment. We're really writing together as a band all the songs, and for the upcoming, like the new single "Call on Me" that's gonna come is really written with the band completely, and also the new upcoming album that we're working on will all be songs that me and the other band members worked on.
Well, if I hear, I've heard that story a few times in slightly different ways. Sometimes there's a driving force, a creator that comes in with a fully formed idea to the band, says, you play this at this tempo, these notes, at these chords, very rigid. There's no room for improvisation. But for some, what it sounds like to me is that you come in with an idea, and then your bassist puts his little inclination on it. Drummer, you always got to start with the rhythm section. I don't know. For me, I'm no artist, I'm no musician, but for me, it sounds like the rhythm section is the driving force. Then you give the story to the guitarist. The rhythm guitar has his part with the rhythm section, but then the lead guitarist that's going to give you that's going to help you tell the story. Go the highs, take it low, give those different feelings, emotions. Okay. When you come in, I'm guessing you've been writing songs for a long time. When did you form your first band? What year?
The Gabriel Scar was first formed in 2010.
Okay.
But then the composition changed also recently. A few years ago, our drummer died.
Oh no!
And the entire band fell apart because it was so emotional and so on. And I did spend a few years really to make the band, to find the good guys to fit in with the band like it is now. And now we're really writing songs together again. We're gonna start performing again. We already did a few shows, but this year we're doing more. And we hope we can gradually build up the name again. So.
Well, Gunther, for anyone that loses a friend, a compadre, a bandmate, a family member, if you will, because in 2010, how long had you been playing together when he passed away?
He passed away in 2018.
Wow! So really, it's a fresh scar, a Gabriel Scar, if you will, in your mind. And you've been going strong, so I feel for you. I feel for you and your bandmates, and of course his family for losing a person, a friend. Oh, that hurts. That hurts.
Johan was like a big brother to me actually in music. So
I believe that.
Yeah. I really felt bad.
Yeah. So you say you were out of it for a couple of years. You said, man, were you playing at all? Were you singing at all? Did you even go to a karaoke bar since 2018 to when you started back up?
We did continue. I tried to do some solo performances in the meantime while I was looking for new band members. That's but we did write now a song. And that will be one of the songs on the new album. That will be called "Remember," and that's written for all the people. So also Johan, all the people of the band that we loved, that we lost in the past years. So.
See, now that's something that keeps people living forever. We're putting this podcast right here on the internet. And as long as there's electricity, as long as there's internet, it will live on forever and ever. So people will know where Gunther came from, Gunther of Gabriel Scar. And I know you had other bandmates that possibly were going to be able to come on, but it's tough. It's tough to get people together sometimes.
Yeah. But sometimes there are busy times. Because we also have our own day jobs and so on. Still, we're not yet fully professional. So
we don't have professional.
have that kind of income yet.
Yeah. You say professional. Yes. Okay. You mean you're not able to make a full living off of the band itself. For me,
Indeed.
listening and watching your videos, you are professional. My goodness. I know when people go to a Gabriel Scar show, they're going to get what they paid for. But you have, okay, name the members in your band and what they do, and how long have you been playing with them?
So we've been, I think, it would have been 2 years now, a year and a half, 2 years that we're with the complete band working on it to get back to shows. So we have Glenn, that's the rhythm guitar player. He's been with me the longest. We have Jensi, the lead guitar player. Then we have Niels, the drummer, and we have Luc, the bass player.
See, the names, I love the pronunciations. I love, Belgium. Do you speak a language called Belgium, or is it French, or is it German?
It's Dutch, like the
Dutch.
part where I'm from. So Flanders, like Flanders Fields. That's maybe more known for people from the First World War. In the north part, Flanders, we speak Dutch.
Uh-huh.
In the south part, Wallonia, we speak French, and then we still have a little part in the east that's German.
Okay.
So we have 3 national languages, actually.
Wow. Okay. I think I'm getting one of your players here. I'm the rhythm guitar player. Now, I don't know.
That would be Glenn, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know how to get him in there. Let me see if I can even add him in there. Is there a plus? Here we go. Okay, I have Glenn. I have Gunther. Oh, my goodness. All right. Technology is wonderful. Hey, I think we were just talking about you, Glenn.
Oh, nice.
I'm KeysDAN.
Yeah, I was calling Gunther to hear about how this works, but didn't hear anything.
Well, that's all right. Now it works. It absolutely works. But no big deal. Oh, my goodness. Good to have 2 of the members of Gabriel Scar. Introduce yourself, Glenn.
Well, I'm Glenn. I'm the rhythm guitar player for Gabriel Scar.
You know what's funny is just before you got on, Gunther was just talking about you, saying that you were the one that he's known the longest, that's been in the longest, and you are the rhythm section. So Gunther, I mean, continue.
Yes,
go ahead, Glenn.
I'm started in 2018, I think, at Gabriel Scar.
Okay, so far we've been talking about the hardships, the tragedies that have befallen Gabriel Scar since 2010 when they lost the original drummer, and that was was sad news. But Gunther, and I guess you when he found you started to help to form the band as it is today. I mean, tell the people about you. Where are you located in Belgium?
I'm from Sint-Niklaas, Belgium, in the East Flanders.
It would be translated like Saint Nicholas.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know what that means. Okay, Saint Nicholas to me, I was born a Catholic, and now I'm American. But you grow up, you try to do things. But I remember there was a lot of saints, and Saint Nicholas came up from time to time. But Flanders sounds like a region of Belgium that you're all in, and you say that you speak Dutch in Flanders.
Yes.
That portion.
Yes.
Is Belgium divided into different regions and languages and cultures? Tell me about Belgium.
We have separate provinces like East Flanders, West Flanders. Now we have the Brussels, the French part from Belgium.
But I think he more means the regions. Like I said, you have Flanders, the Dutch speaking part in the north. Yep. Then in the south you have Wallonia, that's the French speaking part because it's closer to France. And in the east, because that's bordering to Germany, we have a German speaking part. So that's the 3 national languages in Belgium.
See, now I did hear about that. Now, did that happen during World War II, or was that something that was happening previous to that? Did it have something?
That was already previous. Yeah. It's been much longer because, Belgium has been part of different countries in the past. So the French were here for a period. The people from Holland were here. The bosses for a while.
Well, I mean, you might have heard that America
constantly a play ball of the bigger nations until we became independent.
Well, you may have heard that America is like the melting pot of the world, and we have people from all over the world bringing their own cultures, bringing their own languages, bringing their own styles. We have, my goodness, if you go to different parts of the world. And I've never been outside of these United States, but from what I hear and from what I've seen in movies, you go to different parts of the world, and one of the first things that you do is you try the food, and that becomes a piece of the culture. A defining portion of the culture is the food in different regions. But you have 3 separate regions in your one country. For us in the United States, we think, we don't have really regions. Maybe we have small towns, Chinatown, Little Italy, different people, and funny. I've seen this in movies, and I've seen this in life. But in New York, you have Israelis and Palestinians living on opposite sides of the street, but still getting along together. Stores are right next to each other. And,
True.
In your part of the world, there's so much conflict. And my goodness, I wonder, can people get along? But anyway, I digress. I know I'm going deep. We're here to talk about Gabriel Scar. Maybe you'll write a song about it because inspiration comes from everywhere. So, as the rhythm guitarist, since you just joined us on this podcast, we were talking about the famous people from Belgium and the muscles from Brussels. Yes. Can you do a Jean-Claude Van Damme split?
No, I can't.
How's your flexibility, man? You got to be athletic when you're up on stage because it's a workout. When you're doing a show, when you're playing in a band, it is a workout. I've heard people drop 10, 15 pounds. I imagine.
I wish I lost that much pounds.
Oh, for sure. But I imagine people like that run across the stage.
It's intensive.
Oh, yes, Mick Jagger. Okay, he's the one that really comes to mind. Even when he was in the Steel Wheels tour, and he was already an old man back in the late 80s, or was it the early 90s when they did the Steel Wheels tour. I thought that was going to be their last tour, and he's still running back and forth across the stage. I can imagine that you're losing some weight. Okay. All right, Gunther, you're the front man.
Yeah.
How much do you run across the stage? Take that microphone into the crowd and sing with people. What is your dynamic when you're singing with Gabriel Scar?
I haven't really I didn't take a steps meter or anything or a kilometers meter how much I run around, but I do try to cross over the stage as much as possible because the people there also want to see you closer and then there, and so you try to run around to please everybody, actually.
Oh, for sure. You got people that paid their ticket and they're stuck behind a pole in a certain kind of club, so you want to make sure that they get their money's worth as well. Get around that pole. Make sure that people can see you on that side of the pole, for sure. But no, I think about going to live bands, and I encourage you, my loyal listener, to go see a live show. Support your local live artist. Even if you're not in the Flanders area in Belgium and you can't go to a Gabriel Scar show, but I hope you are. I hope you get to the Flanders area and go see a Gabriel Scar show. But wherever you are, go to your local club and see a local live band because it means a lot. And I know one of the ways that you're making money is not even streaming anymore. It's merchandising. I see that you have the T-shirts. I saw that you had a video put out there where you had T-shirts, and I think he got a signed CD. Does anybody have CDs anymore? Tell me about your merchandising.
Yeah. That was in the past indeed. That we also that there was like radio programs who asked really for signed CDs to be able to give it away in like a competition that they organized then on the radio and so on.
I got a signed copy when I joined.
Yeah.
Didn't you feel special that they signed your chest? Did you pull up your shirt and have them sign your chest?
I got a signed CD from Gunther.
No, I say that you pick up your shirt, sign the chest, Gunther, and then have it tattooed there. You've been branded by Gunther. No, but the merchandising, when I was working on terrestrial radio down in Miami in South Florida, I remember CDs would come in, records would come in, tapes would come in. That was one of my favorite things is getting this new music and getting to listen to it as the music programmer and go, that does fit the programming style of this station. That's perfect. Mm-hmm. I will listen to it. I will play it on the radio and give you airtime, and hopefully somebody listens and buys some of your merchandise. That's the symbiotic relationship between the radio DJ and the musician. I had guitars. I have a full keyboard out there. I don't know how to play any of them. I don't, and I'm jealous of you, rhythm guitarist, singer. I do karaoke shows. I sing horribly, but you can make a living out of it. That's fantastic. So, all right, you already told me about your rhythm guitarist who joined up here. Maybe you will magically manifest the rest of your band when you talk about them, Gunther. Tell me about the rest of your band. They may show up.
Yeah, not all of them have Skype and so on, so that was the difficult part because these days Skype is being changed to Teams and things like that, so they didn't all have Skype anymore. So.
Wow, Skype is free. It's free where I'm at. Freedom. But okay.
Yeah, but it's not supported anymore. So Microsoft doesn't support it anymore, and it's not everywhere on every computer. I was lucky because my wife still had it on the computer. So.
It's good to have wives.
I think really Windows 11 doesn't have it anymore.
Well, okay, I have Windows 11. I had to download it for sure. Yeah, my other computer, my work computer, the one that I take to DJ at shows and clubs, just upgraded to Windows 11 yesterday. I haven't even tested it. I'm so scared. It upgraded from Windows 10 to Windows 11. I am so scared. I hope that all the programs still work, because I know going through from 95 when I first started, when I first owned a computer or modern computer, all the way till now, every time it upgrades, I lose my programs. I have to re-download them, repay for them. Is this something that goes on in Belgium?
Yeah, for sure. it's
I think it happens everywhere.
I think when they update, it's like, oh, fuck.
Oh, for sure, man. Because I figure, did you record, when you first started recording, were you recording on tape? Were you recording analog? Or has it always been digital for you, recording, in an interface into a computer of some kind?
I think in most of the studios that I've worked, that it was already digital recording, that they didn't use the analog tapes anymore and so on.
Well, I first started on radio back in 1986, and we were using cart machines, which are kind of like 8-trap tapes that have metallic ribbons in them. And then we had records, we had, reel to reel. And that was in 1986 when I started. And then I realized around the turn of the century, the turn of the millennium, 2000 or so, I had to update because everything was going digital. So in 2002 or so, I went to, was it 2003? Okay. But anyway, I went back to radio school so I can update. And my goodness, they had a reel to reel. Okay. Just so you can get the imagination. Okay, this is a reel-to-reel. Record yourself on the reel-to-reel. Take this razor, cut, and then take this piece of tape and splice, cut, and splice. So you can make one thing into a different thing. And that was day one. And they said, okay, throw that away. We're going to Apple. We're going to Final. What is it? Adobe Audition, Cool Edit. So throw all that away. We're going to computers. You've never known not having a computer to record music. Has it made it that much easier? You don't even know the analog. What's the experience that you've had? Okay, when you, I don't know, I'm trying to form my thoughts into words and into questions and get you in the conversation because I'm excited. I'm excited to know about you. I've listened to your songs on your videos. You have an extensive YouTube video collection out there, and it does take you through the years. Not just Gabriel Scar, but even previous to that, from years and years and years ago where I started, where you said, oh, we don't even have a keyboardist anymore. We threw that person out. Get out. We don't want a keyboard, but you've gone through the years but the new lineup is 2018 to now. That's the new lineup. Give me some more.
That's when we started.
There have been some changes. There has been some changes in between.
That's
years.
where it started, actually, where you were there, and then we had to go look for new people. So
yeah.
Well, who's the new people? Tell me about it.
Well, Yenzi, I think, was after you. That's the lead guitar player.
Yeah, with Leandro, but he quit.
So we had still some people who quit along the way and so on, but. We eventually found people like Yenzi, the lead guitar player, Niels, the drummer, and then at the end we were still looking for we can't find a bass player, and then we find Luc finally, and and then the band was complete and we could really start working again.
Well, that's fantastic. You have Yenzi, okay, the lead guitarist. You say that. Yeah. How did you know that Yenzi was the right fit? That he was going to give you those emotional licks that was going to help you tell that story? How did you know that was the one?
Well, the thing was in the past we had a really good guitar player called Tom T. Tas, and that's his complete name. T was his nickname, and when the drummer died, he also went to his own project, which is doing really, really well. It's internationally also, and he had a certain style of playing solos. And up until then, we couldn't find anybody who could really play the solos like him a bit in that same style. Maybe not exactly the same, but Yenzi could. It's not exactly the same that he plays, but it's the same style that I really like clean solos coming over like distorted guitars and so on, and that's what I really liked. And then that's how he joined the band, actually.
Okay, and then I have Luc is a bass guitarist, and his name is very similar to Yenzi's name. Are they related?
Yeah. No. One is Van den Berg, and the other one is Van den Bergen. So there's a little difference in their name. Yeah, indeed, they're not related. No.
What a coincidence! That is incredible. Okay, there's a lot of times that I talk to some bass guitarists on this podcast, and even out in the real life, in the real world. Some of the bass guitarists that I've talked to, and I know this story happens a lot, is they were a guitarist. They were a regular lead guitarist, rhythm guitarist, and this band needed a bass guitar, so they learned how to play the bass. And that's how they became the bass guitarist. Is that what happened, or was he always into that?
No. Luc was a bass player, more in the punk style in the past, and he didn't play for a while. And then he really wanted to start again and then join a band again, and he came to test with us, and we were happy with how he played, and that's how he joined.
Yeah, we all got different styles inside the band.
That's a fun thing. In also, everybody has got a different influence. Like there are people more from metal, others from rock, one with punk, another one with like the drummer has more like a stoner rock feel, and then
I come from the industrial metal.
All those things joined together.
Yeah, you can hear that. You can hear that in some of the newer music. The Live at the City Trail from last December.
Yeah.
You can hear all those pieces, all those influences right there in that performance. And that performance, I don't know how many people were in front of you, but they got a show. Oh my goodness! You're out there in the lead. The bass is back there playing. You guys were moving around, and you give them. You're not a dead band. Let's put it that way. You have energy.
Thank you.
And I'm sure that it translates to the people that are out there. Now let's talk about my man all the way in the back, Niels Verbraken.
Yeah.
You know, Niels. Okay, I've known two bands that were led by the drummer, and where did that drum set end up? Right out in the front. Have you ever had a drummer say, I want to be in the front?
Not yet, no. I don't think Niels is that way, no.
Niels likes to stay in the back.
Okay, so don't give Niels any ideas.
He likes to make the rhythm so that we have to follow him. Like,
okay, now when he's starting off, does he give you that stick? 1, 2, 3, 4. Bump,
yeah,
bump.
With some songs, yeah.
Yes, that's one of my favorite parts of a live band, the experience of watching a band live is that 1, 2, 3, 4, and the talking between the band members, the stories that come in before and after the songs. Hey, this song was written by, this song was written for, this song was inspired by. Oh, yep. I love that part. Is that in your repertoire, or do you just go right into it?
Well, we decided to do we do a few songs, but then we interrupt and we do indeed some talking and explaining for certain songs, this is really important for us and things like that. But we do try to do it in groups of songs that we play music a few in a row, so that it flows really, and then here and there we do an interruption and then we talk about it and then we present it.
Yeah, this is the way a party should go. It's indicative to the dancing, the head bobbing. If you give them a couple of songs, if you do it every song where you interrupt, it's going to stop the flow. Oh, no flow.
Yeah, indeed. Yeah.
So obviously you're showman. You've been doing this at least since 2010. All right. Gunther, we already got your backstory of where you're from and where you kind of grew up, but give me an idea of where you from, Glenn Verschueren. Oh man, I'm going to butcher last names. I'm butchering them.
No worry. It's a difficult name. I have never played actually live or in a band before 2018. So, it was my wife actually said that I must do it. She, she was like,
tired
why
of
don't you go play in a band? Play for people. You enjoy it so much.
Okay, this is where my mind went. Is when my wife gets tired of me, she says, "Go off, go do something else, go do a podcast, get out of here. You're bothering me too much." She never says that. But she says, "Can you find something else to do? Because you've been here way too long." But I don't want to project my own ideas into your relationship. It sounds like you have a good wife and she's running around. I saw some pink flashes in the background. Is that your lovely lady? Oh, before my internet so rudely interrupted me.
Technology.
Oh, this is fantastic. Well, I was talking to Glenn and Glenn was talking about his lovely lady was telling him that he should get the show on the road. He's so good. He's too good to be playing indoors. And I was relating that, my lady, whenever she gets tired of me, she kicks me out the door as well. But then I might have been projecting.
It's not because she's tired of me.
That's me projecting. I was projecting. But no, I know you must have a great relationship because I've seen streaks of pink walking behind you. So I'm guessing that's your lovely lady, making sure that you have what you need.
No, I'm actually at the birthday party of the child from friends of us.
So you took some time out from a birthday party to come and talk to us here?
Yep.
Yeah, because I want to know everybody who's with Gabriel Scar is.
Yes. Okay, but okay. Back on track. Here we go. Now we were talking about Niels, how he doesn't mind being in the back, providing that back beat. How did you get in tuned with Niels Verbrechen? How did he join the band?
You gonna answer that, or
well, you can do it better.
You're the front man with the microphone, Gunther.
This was also like we put an ad out, actually, like that Gabriel Scar is looking for a drum player, and then a few people like came in contact with us, and we got a few people who tested and so on, but the best click was actually with Niels, and you noticed that he also wanted to work for the band, and he also wanted to do his input, and that was actually pretty important, that everybody has their input and everybody pulls to get the band forward.
Well, in this new day
everybody
and age,
wants to build.
In this new day and age, one of the simplest things is sharing on your social media. If you have all of the band members, all 5 of you want to share the different, you have a new show coming up. I want to share it on my Facebook, on my Instagram, on my TikTok. I want to make sure that everybody knows. As long as if you have 5, that makes it that much stronger. If Gunther, if you're doing all the work, it's only going to get out to the people that you know. So you have 5, that's 5 times stronger, I would imagine. And I hate,
and five people also looking for performances and so on. You get more contacts with different festivals and places where you can perform and so on. It's all important. So.
Well, I've often told people the entertainment business, the money can be good, but the work is not steady. It's a constant hustle, and with 5 of you, that's 5 more people that, as you said, you could find more contacts in more bars.
Like a small business.
That is correct. Oh my goodness, You have 5 employees instead of 1. But I know that you've done solo. You told me, Gunther, that you've done solo work while you were trying to rebuild the band. Sorry, Glenn, had you done solo work when your wife first inspired you to get out the door and go put it on the road?
No.
Nothing. As
I
you said.
quit guitar playing for like a year because my father died and my wife's actually is. And then I saw the ad for Gabriel Scar. He was looking for a new guitar player, and my wife said, "Why don't you just do it?" You always said you wanted to be a guitar player in a band, but you never did it. So why don't you do it now? It's your chance. And I replied to the ad, and ball started rolling.
Well, Glenn, first off, I'm sorry about the passing of your father. I know that's, oh my goodness, when you lose your family members. But I know that inevitably that is what happens in the world. We're going to lose our parents, and tragedy. Tragedy inspires creativity in many ways. Okay, Gunther says he does some of the songwriting. Have you put in any of the songwriting and the developing of songs as well?
Musically, not the lyrics, but musically.
Yeah. Like, how about this lick? How about this? Give it a try. You're providing.
Yeah, sure.
You're providing the rhythm. This is the heartbeat of the song. Is that backbeat, that bass, that rhythm guitar? These are the ones that, even if the lead singer and the lead guitarist go away, you're still keeping that crowd moving.
Keep the rhythm, huh?
Yeah, they can go off and go to the bathroom, go grab some beers if they need to, get a sandwich, and you 3 are stuck in the back still playing, doing your thing, but you're keeping the crowd going.
Yes.
Has that ever happened? Has they stepped out on you in the middle of a show?
Not that I know of.
We haven't seen that happen yet. No.
Were you paying attention the whole time? Not that you know of. Wouldn't you notice if Gunther wasn't there?
Yeah, absolutely. I only do backing vocals, so just the 90% of the song would be gone if he wasn't there.
I have seen some comedy routines that are like that. We were the backup singers for the Supremes, and they were like, "Doom up, doom up."
Yeah. Yeah, that's what it would sound like. Like in Call on Me, yeah.
Okay, now hey, that's another thing. The videos that I've seen, the music that I've heard from Gabriel Scar is in English. It's all in English. Are there any Dutch songs that you have out there? Did I miss something?
We have one Dutch song.
Yeah, there was one Dutch song.
Yeah.
But we don't, because that was actually like a cover of an English language song from Eurosong that was done by Greece, and that was actually a dance song that we converted to a rock song actually.
Is it that?
But that one we don't do anymore. We really focus on our own original songs now.
Yeah.
So.
Is that Dit is die dag? Is that one?
Yeah, Dit is de dag, and that was actually from. That means this is the day, but the thing is, the original song was actually called "This is our night flight" or something like that. So we changed the lyrics also.
Well, that's great, and me being primarily.
We did ask permission in Australia and in Greece from the actual people who made the song also. So.
Well, me being primarily an English speaker, but I also, I'm half Cuban, so I know Spanish fairly well. I do appreciate music internationally because you don't even have to know the lyrics to the song without being able to and not be able to appreciate it. I listen to music that from Eurovision, from stuff like that. The European techno beats. A lot of that is not in English, but I feel it. You could feel it in your soul. So so I'm not saying, Gunther, you're not important. Because having that lead singer telling the story is very important. But, the music is what moves people. You're giving them that little cherry on top, that little extra flavor. Let me tell you a story while these guys are playing some music for you. Let me tell you a story. Now, the music that the songs that you've written, Gunther, the inspirations. I know you have one that's coming up called "Remember." That one's going to be very important to you, I'm sure. But what are the other inspirations that come to you? What's the muse that creates a song? I've never written a song, let alone several songs like you. I'm very jealous if you can't hear it in my voice, Gunther and Glenn. That you're musicians that can make your thoughts into reality. All right. I do want the people to know that Gabriel Scar is here. Gabriel Scar is well formed, and you're just getting better and better and better. Tell me, Gabriel Scar, how do people find you? Where can they see you live, and where can they buy that merch to keep you going?
Well, the merch we're still working on. We don't have it yet, so we're really restarting everything of the band and rebranding everything. So merch will come, but that's not yet. They can find us actually almost everywhere on the web. You can. We have a website, www.gabriel, then a little stripe in between, then scar.com. Then you can also find us on Facebook, on Instagram, on Twitter, like things like that. Even on TikTok, there's a little thing. And then, of course, the places where you can really listen to the music is like Spotify, Deezer, Apple Music. Amazon Music, YouTube, so almost everywhere where you can think of. Just type in Gabriel Scar and you will probably find something. So, soon we will have some shows. Like at the end of the month, we have 2 shows in Belgium, We don't have any international shows yet. You can always ask us if anybody is interested. So,
well, we were talking about
we're interested. So.
Well, we were talking about wives and families. It's tough to be an international star, having a wife and a family. But once again, if my wife gets tired of me, she might kick me out of the country. I mean, at the very least, she'll kick me out of the house, and tell me to go down the street and go do a show. But maybe if she gets really tired, she'll say, go out of the state. In fact, go to Canada or something. Get out of here. No, but it's hard. It's tough, because you have families that count on you, that depend on you, not just for monetary value, but also for love. To go in and get a hug, and a kiss from time to time. That's very important. Have that emotional connection, and to be a touring band, unless you could take that family on the road, which is very rare, you're going to be sacrificing a lot to go out farther away.
But sacrificing, I think missing a lot.
Mind,
I'm sorry, Glenn.
Glenn, go ahead.
Yeah, you would miss a lot from a family, like your child growing up and that kind of stuff.
Yeah, but I think usually most bands do it like in like they go on tour for a certain few months.
Yeah.
And then they spend like a time at home, and then they do it again. Like they really switch it up, so that they also.
Yeah, but we also have
see the kid
jobs.
growing up.
I'm sorry, Glenn.
We also have jobs we have to do.
Oh, the day job. That's true.
Right now.
Yeah, we got day jobs too.
Well, I tell people that, if you have the day job, that gives you the insurance. For us in America, our work is connected. For the United States, our work is connected to our insurance premiums for health and for life insurance and other and even the retirement insurance is all connected to your work.
Yeah.
It's not like we have it socialized to where we pay the taxes and then the government goes ahead and disperses all those funds. I guess we're working on it. We got the different political sides. One will take all your money and give it to the poor, and one will take all your money and give it to the rich. I don't know. I don't know much about politics, but that's the overbroad view that I feel here. That I don't know if we're getting our return in our investment. But I digress. How do you feel about how is Belgium as a country as a whole taking care of their people? In health, in education, in infrastructure. How do you feel that your people are taking care of each other?
Well, I think personally it's about the same as in a lot of Western countries. We can't complain because if you look at other like poor countries and so on, we're actually not allowed to complain in a way of saying. But on the other hand, like you say, it's about the same in every Western country. I think that they take your money and then I prefer giving it to the poor than to the rich.
Well, I mean, this is when I was growing up in the 80s. That's back in the 1900s for you kids out there. In the 80s, we had we had Ronald Reagan. That was my formative president. Yes, I knew Jimmy Carter. I knew President Nixon, but Jimmy Carter was that trickle down economics, the Republican economics, where you give it to the corporations, you give it to the rich, and it's going to trickle down by them making businesses and hiring people. That's where the benefit is going to be for the little people, for the little people like me. It's going to trickle down on me. And I don't know if it ever worked. I don't feel like it ever worked. I feel like the trickle down, most of the liquid, the assets stayed up in the clouds and didn't trickle down onto us that are on the ground. But things are tough all over. I like to get people's take on things all over the world, and I have you, and I know you don't need to speak for everyone in your part of Belgium, the Dutch part of Belgium. the Flanders part of Belgium, but you have ideas, you have thoughts of how you're getting treated in your day jobs. Are you making enough money to support your family? Are you keeping a roof over your heads, or is it a constant struggle?
Well, it's a bit different for everybody. I think for me, I think for Glenn also, it's like we come by. We come by, but it's not really like, we can go on a trip every year. So we really have to see what we do with our money.
Yeah, Glenn, I feel that way. You're talking about, Gunther, you're talking about saving money for a trip. I don't think I've taken a trip anywhere. Really, I haven't taken a real vacation in so many years. And I feel, there's some people.
Same here.
Some people that take cruises every couple of months. You go to Disney World, they go to a different state, they travel by airplane, which is expensive, or by car. I guess any form of traveling is going to have some expense to it. But, what I'm saying is I'd like to take a vacation. Glenn, are you with me? Do you want to take a vacation?
Yeah, I have one planned in September.
Hey, where are you going?
To Center Parks here in Belgium. So,
but that's in Belgium, so that's
but it's a vacation. You can do a lot of things there. You can play golf, you can bowl, you can go to a restaurant. There's a swimming pool.
That's what I say. That's a vacation. Does it involve you going to a hotel where somebody is going to clean up after you, where you get a pool, you have a little gymnasium, you have a restaurant, a golf course? I've never played golf, regular golf. I played miniature golf, but if there was a golf course available and somebody had some clubs to lend me, I'd give it a try. I'd give it a shot. Is golf your game, Glenn?
Not really. I like to play bowl before golf.
Yeah. So, but that is a vacation to me. Even if I'm going a mere 30 minutes or an hour away, if somebody's going to be cleaning up after me, that's a vacation.
Yeah, sure.
True.
Much better than the staycation. But no, I know I've taken some of your time, and I know we've had some hiccups in this podcast, to be sure.
No problem.
Hopefully I can clean it up.
Yeah, there's no problem.
But my internet situation out here in the country has been detrimental. But, I apologize for that, but I'm very happy to have been able to talk to you, Gunther, and to you, Glenn, of Gabriel Scar. I appreciate that so much.
Thank you for inviting us.
I want you to give shout outs.
Yeah, thanks for inviting us.
I know that we can't do this all by ourselves, so I want you to give shout outs to people that have helped you along the way. Glenn, I want you to be the first one to give some shout outs to people, that have helped you to become who you are. You've already talked about your wife. If you want to talk about her more, that's fine. But give some shout outs to people that have helped you out.
My wife, my friends, family, all that support me and made me to who I am today. That's the most blessed thing in the world, actually.
Well, if you want to say something to them in Dutch, go ahead. I won't be able to understand, but they will.
I don't think they're online here.
Oh, they will be. Oh,
but they can see it later on, maybe. It's a podcast.
Ja, sure, ja. Wel, als ik zal zeggen, dankjewel aan mijn allerliefste vrouw, mijn vrienden en familie, om mij te steunen in alles wat ik doe.
That was beautiful, man. That was beautiful. I have no idea what you said, but it was so melodic. It sounded like music. But put a little backbeat to that. I think you just turned it into a European pop hit right there. Boom, boom, boom. Okay. Now, Glenn, Gunther, I want you to give some shout outs and then we'll close this thing up.
Yeah. Okay. Well, first of all, I really want to thank my wife, Irina, and my daughter Paulina for all the support that they give. My parents, my friends, the band members, because they're very important for this. And also a little shout out also to a streamer that really helped us forward the past few months, like Casper Site is an English streamer. He also helped us forward with a few things very recently. So.
Well, I noticed there was a lot of Casper Site on your YouTube videos, and I was wondering who that was. But now, hey, thank you so much for giving that shout out. Hopefully, they hear this and are appreciative because you appreciate them. All right, I always finish these things off with last words for the people. I don't want this to be the last time that we talk. As time progresses, I want you to come back on, tell people about new projects that are happening, new shows that are coming on. We don't have to go through an extensive backstory because we've already done that, but maybe the other members of the band will want to join in, and that's a wonderful possibility. So you have a free range. We'll set up something in the near future, but I want you to give last words for the people. Glenn, I'm going to let you give the first last words for the people, and then Gunther, you're going to get the last words for the people. But this could be words to live by, something you heard a long time ago, or just whatever pops into your head at this moment in time. Glenn, give the last words for the people.
Well, I just want that everybody really enjoys what they do, discover their talents, and try to make the best out of life, and grow in everything you can.
I like that. I like that a lot. All right, Gunther, you get to give the last words for the people.
Okay. Well, there's something that I've always heard and lived by, and it's like a sentence. I can't remember who said it first, but it's the sentence goes like, only be sorry about things that you couldn't do. So you have to do everything that you want to do. So Rambo life, actually. Gabriel Scar.
Well, there you have it, party people. Gabriel Scar. 2 out of 5 ain't bad. Gunther Huyghe. Oh, I'm sure I mispronounced it. And Glenn Verschueren. I love their accents. I love it. I'm so happy that I got a chance to talk to a couple of the members of Gabriel Scar. Maybe we'll get the other members in a later podcast and find out more and more and more about the band that is Gabriel Scar and the different pieces of the machine, the cogs in the machine that form one band, different types of music and influences. So cool. And they all come together and form Gabriel Scar. I put the links in the show notes below. The main link you need is Gabriel-Scar.com. That's the big one. It's got and then on top, it's got their Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube links right at the top. And then I also, in the show notes, I put their Spotify and their Apple Music as well. I think, man, hopefully I got their Instagram in there as well. Okay. Wouldn't I know? Am I not in charge of this podcast? Maybe. Sometimes I let it loose. I let it real loose. I know we talked about a lot of things. Sometimes I got things on my mind. And I want to get people's perspectives and find out what's going on all over the world. So if I got some fellas from Belgium, I want to know what's going on in Belgium, in Flanders, in the Dutch area of Belgium. Yeah, I didn't realize the country was divided up like that. That's something I learned. I was this many years old. Actually, I probably knew that there was some French parts, and I knew that there was some Dutch parts. But did I know that there were German parts? Pretty cool. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. This interweb is bringing us all together. Sometimes it tears us apart, but hopefully more of the former. Bring us together, please. Yes, please. No more fighting. All right, party people. That's it for this edition of What Makes You Famous. Thank you so much, Gabriel Scar, for being on the show. And now if you, my loyal listener, if you'd like to tell your story, I encourage you to give me a call, 501-470-6386, or email keysdan@aol.com. That's it for me. It's keysdan, radiowhat.com, djlittlerock.com. Peace I'm out of here.